Hi students, good morning to all. Today we are going to discuss the story of Bismillah Khan. Bismillah Khan is a legend person, and take your textbook, page number 21. Page number 21. There you can see the picture of Bismillah Khan. The last one is the picture of Bismillah Khan. First we are discussing about the origin of Shehnai. First paragraphs describing about the origin of Shehnai and what is the reason behind the name and what is the reason for this origin of this musical instrument, such a type of things that we are discussing in the first paragraph. And the second paragraph we are going to discuss about the popularity of the Shehnai to the audience, to the public. Emperor Aurangzeb banned the playing of a musical instrument called pungi in the royal residence for it had a shrill and pleasant sound. There we got the idea that Emperor Aurangzeb banned the playing of a musical instrument. What is the name of that instrument? Pungi. He banned this musical instrument. There is a reason behind that banning, but the reason is that it had a sharp, unpleasant sound. The sound that is coming out from this pungi was unpleasant. A sharp, unpleasant sound coming from there. Pungi became the generic name for reeded noisemakers. Ban means prohibited, shrill, sharp, generic name given to the whole group. Later, the people, later they are giving the reeded noisemakers. They are generally given the name Pungi. Few had thought that it would one day be revived. Revived means came back again. At the same time, some people thought that it will came back again. It will came back again to the life. A barber of a family of professional musicians who had access to the royal palace decided to improve the tonal quality of the pungi. Thus, you have some new words are there. Access, entry, tonal quality, quality of the sound. A barber of a family of professional musicians who had access to the royal palace. A family that belongs to the profession of barber. He had access to the royal palace. He is allowed to enter the royal palace. Decided to improve the tonal quality of the pungi. A person, actually he is belong to the, he is doing the work as a barber, but he is a musician. He is allowed to enter the palace. And he decided to improve the quality sound of the pungi. He chose a pipe with a natural hollow stem that was longer and broader than the pungi and made 7 holes on the body of the pipe. You just imagine that. It's just a hollow pipe, and what he do is that he is making some hollows on it. And when he played on it, closing and opening some of the holes, soft and melodious sounds were produced. And then he just closed and opened some of the holes in the pipe. Then a melodious songs were coming out. Sometimes he's closing this one and this one is opening, and sometimes this is closing and this is opening, like this he is doing, and at the same time he realized that this instrument is producing a melodious song. He played the instrument before royalty and everyone was impressed. The instrument, so different from the pungi, had to be given a new name. Later, he introduced this instrument in front of the people, and everyone liked it. Everyone liked it, and they decided to give another name to this musical instrument. We want to rewind the points once again. At first, we had seen that Emperor Aurangzeb banned the pungi because it had a sharp sound. It is not that much pleasant one, so he prohibited it. but a person who belongs to a barber family. At the same time, he is a musician who had to assist the royal palace, decided to change the tonal quality of the instrument. So what he do is he had taken a pipe and made 7 holes on it, and later by closing and opening the holes and making sound, he realized that the sound coming out from the pipe is a melodious one, and everyone appreciated that instrument's performance, the performance that is made with that instrument, and they had decided to give another name. And as the story goes, since it was first played in the Shah's chamber and was played by a Nai, the instrument was named the Shehanai. And this is the story behind the name. What is the story behind the name of this Shehanai? The name of the instrument is Shehanai. It was performed in front of a Shah, and it was made by a Nai, a barber. A barber made a performance in front of the Shah at first with this musical instrument. That is why they are given the name Shehnai. This is the story behind this musical instrument. This is the story behind the name of that musical instrument. Very important point. You want to underline these points. The sound of the Shehnai began to be considered auspicious, a very good sign. And for this reason, it is still played in temple and is an indispensable component of any North Indian wedding. Now, Shehnai is considered to be a good sign, and it is still played in temples, and it is an important part of any North Indian wedding. And in the past, the Shehnai was part of the Naubat or traditional ensemble of 9 instruments found at the royal court. Till recently, it was used only in temple and wedding. The credit for bringing this instrument onto the classical stage goes to Ustad Bismillah Khan. Ustad Bismillah Khan. We are going to see the character, the person, Ustad Bismillah Khan. In the early time, the beginning times, the Shehanai is, the performance that's made with the Shehanai is only visible in a marriage ceremony or in the temple. Only in the temples and the marriage ceremonies. We had chances to witness this musical instrument. But the Ustad Bismillah Khan had taken this instrument to the public. He started to do the performance in the stage. That is also important point. As a 5-year-old, Bismillah Khan played Gilli Danda near a pond in the ancient estate of Dumaron in Bihar. At the age of 5, Bismillah Khan played Gilli Danda. It's a kind of game like cricket near a pond in the old estate of Dumaron in Bihar. Had played a game at the age of 55 years in Dumaron in Bihar. Now it's in Bihar. He would regularly go to the nearby Biharji temple to sing the Bhojpuri Chaitya, at the end of which he would earn a big laddu weighing 1.25 kg, a prize given by the local Maharaja. At the age of 5 years, he got near to a temple, Biharji temple, to sing Bhojpuri song, the Bhojpuri Chaitya. At the end, after that, he got a laddu weighing 1.25 kg. Laddu from a local Maharaja. This happened 80 years ago, and the little boy has travelled far to earn the highest civilian award in India, the Bharat Ratna. But later, this will happen only at the age of 5. At the age of 5, he had received a 1.25 kg laddu from a local Maharaja. But later, at the age of 18, he got Bharat Ratna. This is the towel of Bismillah Khan. At the age of 5, he got 1.25 kg laddu from a local Maharaja. Later, he got Bharat Ratna at the age of 18. There we had seen a good transition from a person's, we had seen a good transition that happened in a life of Bismillah Khan. More than that, you want to remember one important point, that Ustad Bismillah Khan is a Muslim person. But at that time, he was allowed to play the musical instrument in the in temples. And we had seen that at the age of 5. At the age of 5, he is doing his performance in a temple. Born on 21 March 1916, Bismillah belongs to a well-known family of musicians from Bihar. His grandfather, Rasul Bus Khan, was the Shehnai Nawaz of the Bhojpur King's court. His father, Pegambar Bux, and other paternal ancestors were also great Shehnai players. His ancestors are also his ancestors are part of a musical family. So we can tell that his heritage, his ancestors are also helped him to get fame. Here, the Shehnai of Bismillah Khan, this chapter, today we are discussing about the origin of the Shehnai at the same time and the popularity of the Shehnai. At first we had noticed that the instrument Pungi, band, later a person, a Nai, reformed this one. He, Shehnai, he had discovered a new instrument, Shehnai. Later, Ustad Bismillah Khan, at the age of 5, he started the performance in a temple. At the age of 18, he had received Bharat Ratna. Some of the persons in his family is also doing the Shehnai performance. Thank you all. All of you wants to read the points. At the same time, underline the important points and read it one again and again. And write the new words and its meaning in your notebook.